everyone, I'm Ashley with Posh Crochet Patterns. Today I will be teaching you how to make the Mandala Bikini Bra Cup in a size C cup. For this tutorial, you will need a size medium 4-weight category yarn, a 4mm crochet hook, and scissors. To begin, we will need to make a magic ring. We will chain 1, and in our magic ring, we will need to make 9 single crochets. We need to close our magic ring by taking our yarn tail, pulling that snug. In this first single crochet, we will make a slip stitch join. I'm going to pull that tight. Don't forget that this loop right here, that is our slip stitch join, so that does not count as a stitch. For row 2, we are going to chain 5, and our chain 5 will count as a double crochet and a chain 1. In the same chain, we will make 1 double crochet, and this counts as our first V-stitch. In each of the 8 chains that are left, we will make 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet. We will repeat that again. One double crochet, chain 1, and 1 double crochet. We will repeat this in each chain, creating a V-stitch. And since this chain 5 counts as a double crochet, we are going to slip stitch join in the 3rd chain. So we're going to count to the 3rd chain, insert our hook, and slip stitch join. For row 3, we need to be inside this chain 1 space. So we are just going to slip stitch into that space. We will now chain 3, and in the same chain 1 space, we are going to make a 3 double crochet granny stitch. In each chain 1 space, we will repeat this 3 double crochet granny stitch. So we will be skipping 2 double crochets, and in each gap, make the 3 double crochets. Skip 2 double crochets, and in this gap, we'll make the 3 double crochets. Repeat this all the way around until the end. Once you've reached the end of row 3, you can either slip stitch in that top of the chain 3 or in that first double crochet. For row 4, we will chain 3, and in the same space here right beneath that chain 3, we are going to make 4 double crochets. We will now skip the 3 double crochets, and we will make 4 double crochets in this space. We will repeat this all the way around. So we will skip the 3 double crochets, and we will go right into this space and make our 4 double crochets. Once you reach the end of row 4, you can either slip stitch join in that 3rd chain or the chain for the first double crochet. I am just going to go into that top of that 3rd chain. And slip stitch join. For row 5, we are going to be making these stitches again. So we are going to chain 5. So this chain 5 will count as 1 double crochet and chain 1. In this same space here, right underneath our chain 5, we're just going to go right into that space and make 1 double crochet. For our first V-stitch. Our next V-stitch will be directly in the middle of these 4 double crochets. So right here, in between the 2nd and 3rd double crochet, we will make our V-stitch. we will make one double crochet and a chain one and another double crochet, creating our V-stitch. We will now go into this gap right here and we will make another V-stitch. Let's add one double crochet, chain one, and one double crochet. We're going to repeat this pattern all the way around. So next, we will go in between this 4 double crochets and make a V-stitch. In this next gap, we will make another V-stitch. At the end of row 5, we will now slip stitch into the 3rd chain of that chain 5. We are going to need to slip stitch over into this chain 1 space. For row 6, we will chain 3, and we are going to make 3 double crochet granny stitches in each V-stitch. We're going to do that all the way around. So in each chain 1 space of the V-stitch, we will make 3 double crochets. So here's our next V-stitch. Just going to go right into the center and make our 3 double crochet granny stitch. Our next V-stitch, go right into the center, make our 3 double crochet granny stitch. We will repeat this all the way around. At the end of row 6, You can either slip stitch join in the third chain or the first chain of the double crochet. For row 7, we will chain 3, we will now make 3 double crochets in this first space right beneath our chain 3. And in each space in between each granny set, we will now make 4 double crochets. So we will skip all of these double crochets, go into that gap, and we will make 4 double crochets. We will now repeat the 4 double crochets in each space in between each of the granny sets. We are just going to repeat this all the way around. Continue with the 4 double crochets all the way around until the end. I'm at the end of row 7. We need to make sure that we have 71 stitches. So we need 3 double crochets in our first set, and then in each set after that, we need to make sure that we have 4 double crochets in each set, which is 71 double crochets. And our next step is we need to make sure that we slip stitch into that double crochet chain. So this is our chain 3. So we will go in to the next chain right here, and that is our double crochet chain, our very first double crochet chain. So that chain 3 does not count as a stitch. So we have our 71 chains. Now we will chain 2 for row 8. And in the same chain here, we are going to make 2 half double crochet, chain 1, 2 half double crochets. So in the same chain, we're going to make 2 half double crochets. Chain 1, and in that same chain, we're going to make another 2 half double crochets. And it's all going in that same chain there. And each of the next 22 chains, we will make 1 half double crochet in each. So we'll go into that next chain and make 1 half double crochet. And we'll continue to do that for 22 chains. So that's 3, 4, 5, and 6. So continue that until you reach 22 half double crochets. After you've made your 1 half double crochet in the next 22 chains, in the next chain we will now make 2 half double crochets, chain 1, 2 half double crochets, all in the same chain. It's 2 half double crochet, chain 1, 2 half double crochets. In the next 22 chains, we will make 1 half double crochet in each. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on until you reach 22 chains. So after you've made your 22 chains, in the very next chain we will make the 2 half double crochet, chain 1, 2 half double crochet again. For the remaining chains, you will make 1 half double crochet in each. And that should be 24 half double crochets. So this side of the bra cup with the 24 chains will be the bottom of your bra cup. Or bikini cup. So we're just going to continue with those half double crochets all the way until the very last chain. So at the end of row 8 here, we have our chain 2, and then this chain right here, that is our first half double crochet chain, and we are going to slip stitch into that chain. And now I want you all to take a look at your all's bra cup. That way you can decide if you want to add row 9 or not. And I have another way of also doing row 9 to make it more durable and a stronger edge. So go ahead and take a look, and I will be back with you in just a moment. So I wanted to show you all the differences. So this is what we just finished, row 1 through row 8. And if you've watched the videos for the A cup and B cup, this is what those look like. This has an extra row to it right here along the bottom. This is row 9. So this is rows 1 through row 9. So it's up to you if you want to add row 9 to your bra cup or bikini cup. And I actually have another alternative if you want more stability. This is also the same C cup. The only difference is row 9 is all slip stitches going all the way. Oops. Goes all the way around. And this gives you a stronger border. So if you would like to do this, then all you will need to do is begin to slip stitch in each chain, including your chain 1, and that's all you would do. You would go into every chain all the way around with slip stitches. And if you would like to add this extra bottom row, then go ahead and follow along with me now. So for row 9, if you would like to add row 9, we did our slip stitch join, and now we want to slip stitch into this chain one space here. So all we need to do is just go into the next chain and slip stitch. I would try to make your slip stitches loose. We will now chain one and we will turn. In this same chain one space, we will add the 2 half double crochet, chain one, 2 half double crochet. And chain one and go into that same space. We'll make another 2 half double crochets. And what we will do is we will go into the very next chain and make one single crochet. You can choose to make these slip stitches if you want for a stronger bottom of the bra cup, but for this design I'm just doing single crochets. But tight single crochets. So that's all I'm doing. So we are just going to single crochet across until we reach that next 2 half double crochet, chain one, 2 half double crochet. If you do make slip stitches instead of these single crochets, I would try to make them loose in case you want to slip stitch across again. I'm going to show here in just a little bit how to add more stability to this. It'll be more stability than the A and B cup, and that will require us to slip stitch across these single crochets. And if you've watched the A and B cup tutorial, what we did was our straps we made with just chains and then attached in the corners of the bra cup. But for this tutorial, I want to show how to make the chain straps and attach and then slip stitch across the bottoms of the bra cup and attach the other bra cup that way. It'll give it more stability. With these bigger size bra cups, they do need more stability than the A and B cups. So we're almost there to that other point. So once we've reached that point, we're going to make 2 half double crochet, chain 1, 2 half double crochet in this chain 1 space here. That way it matches the other side. And in case you don't like how the bottom row 9 is only along the bottom of the bra cup, you could always continue on and repeat in the next corner, and then continue on with single crochets and then slip stitch join if you'd like. It's however you want your bra cup to be. But if you do want to stop right here, all we will need to do is slip stitch into that next chain. Just like that. So we will now cut our yarn. We're going to line up our bra cups side by side. So here's our bra cups side by side. Our next step to do that I was going to show you what to do is we can do this one or two ways. We can just make our straps and then slip stitch here for a string bikini and attach here and just make a few chains and attach here and then repeat on the other side. But I would advise to do it a different way, just because the size of the cup definitely needs more stability at the bottom here that goes around the bra line. So what I would advise to do is, what we are going to do is we're going to measure our bra cups. So this is 15 inches. We will take our tape measure and we will measure all the way around our bust size. And we will add 15 to that number of your bust size, and then we will divide that by 2. And that will be the length of your chains. So we will make our chains, and after we make our chains, I will show you what to do next. So go ahead and make your chains, and I will meet you back then. So we will make a slip knot, and then we will just make regular chains. Just like that. So I have 110 chains that measures out to be 28.5 inches long. So what I will do is I will take this bra cup and I will pick it up, take my working yarn, and I will go right into that chain one space. We can go into the space or the chain itself. It's up to you. We will just yarn over and pull that through. Kind of twist it to its side and slip stitch. So we're attached, and now to make this a stronger strap, I'm just going to slip stitch in each chain across this bottom of this bra cup. And also, if by chance, if you want, after we attach the bra cups, we're going to slip stitch across and probably just chain 3 chains, and then we're going to join, and then we're going to slip stitch across this side, and then we're going to chain out the same amount of chains. If by chance you want to chain 1 and work back across that chain and work back in this direction, just to make it a little bit stronger, I would make these slip stitches bigger. That way you can get into them a lot easier. So if you wanted to do that, I would definitely, you can either change a hook size if that helps. If you have a hard time making loose slip stitches, I would go up a hook size. So say if we wanted to go back across it, make it extra stronger, then I would just make loose. Just think big and loose. And I'm giving all these suggestions because, like, yeah, sure, we want this to look beautiful and fashionable, and we want to have fun crocheting it, but we also want it to fit us well as also. And I definitely want you all to be happy with it. And that's all we're going to do, is we're just going to slip stitch across until we get to our next chain 1 space here. So here we are. I slip stitched across. I did that kind of loosely just in case, and I went ahead and slip stitched all the way into the actual chain 1 chain just for a stronger durability instead of the space. But it's up to you. whichever you like to do. So we are going to, I would advise to chain 2 or 3. In the other 2 videos, I chained 5, and it really ultimately is up to you, however wide you think that should be. But for myself, this is the bra cup that will fit myself, and I think 3 chains would be good for me. So I'm just gonna chain 3. Actually 2. 2 might be better, I'm not sure. So let's see. So we're gonna do the same thing. So I'm just gonna grab this bra cup. Let's see, there's my chain 1 chain right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into that chain 1 chain and slip stitch. And then since I made the slip stitches quite loose on this bra cup, I'm going to do the same for this bra cup. And that's just in case if I choose to want to go back across it one more time. It's just with, once you go into the larger and X large and XX large cup sizes, because of the weight of the breast, you definitely need a stronger support, especially if you're going to get in the water or if you're going to rewear it quite a bit. I'm just going to work my way all the way until the end here. I'm just going to slip stitch into those chains, and then I'm going to chain out 110. I wanted to show you all what it looks like so far. So these yarn ends, we will weave those in just a little bit after we're done. Our chains, I'll show you what it looks like. So there's our slip stitches, and that's our chain. And the way we joined creates these perfect chains to show on the outside for the tie. And then we slip stitched across, chained, joined, slip stitched across, and then we got our nice perfect V chains going out. And what I was going to propose, if you want to, this is another alternative to making this stronger. So I chained 110. And if I decide to slip stitch or single crochet back, we will need to make an extra chain, and then either you can go into the chain like this and slip stitch, and then go back across for a stronger strap. Or you can always go into these back bumps of the chain and slip stitch that way. So if I turned it, there's our first chain, our second chain, we turn, go into that back bump of that second chain, and then slip stitch. And then just continue to do that all the way across. I made my chains pretty tight on these side straps here. That's okay, I can still get into the chain. Yeah, and that's all I'm gonna do. So this is totally up to you what you want to do with your bikini bra cup. You can add all this extra stuff if you'd like to, just to make it more durable for you. And that is definitely going to be a much stronger strap for you. So I'm going to continue to slip stitch in these back bumps here all the way until I get to this point, and then I will meet you back then and show you then. So I slip stitched across that strap to make that strap stronger, and now I'm just going to slip stitch across, or I could stop right here. Like I said, it's all up to you how you want to do your pattern here. If I can get that hook in there. Hopefully I made these slip stitches large enough to get into. So yes, I'm just going to go all the way across the whole thing. And you know, you don't have to do all this. You could just easily stick with the original pattern, like in the A cup and the B cup. This is just a little extra. Just a little extra if you wanted to do the same thing. But after I go across, after I go all the way, because I'm just going to go all the way across, and even across right here. Look at all these yarn tails. I'm going to go all the way across here, and then back across here, and then across here. And then we will make these straps here, and we can do the same thing. We can chain it out and attach it, and then chain one and turn, and then slip stitch into the chains as well. So now I'm at the middle part. So I'm just going to go into that chain, and And then I'm just gonna slip stitch. Trying to get it perfect right under that V of that chain there. And really, honestly, this could be turned into a tank top. Like if you wanted, you could just keep layering and layering and going back and forth and get creative and make you a tank top out of this. So this is that chain. I'm just slip stitching across here onto the next bra cup. Trying to squeeze into that, there we go, that slip stitch there. Now this is the bottom of the other bra cup. And then I'm just going to go all the way across the bottom of that bra cup and then go into these back bumps and slip stitch all the way to the end. And then after that, we will do the top strap that goes around our neck. So just continue going across with those slip stitches. Okay, there we go so far. So we got our thick side strands and stronger support at the bottom. That is looking great, isn't it? Like, look at that. So now all we need to do is our measurements for around our neck. So what we will do is, and this was the same type of measurements for the A and B cup for our straps. So we will take our tape measure and measure from the bottom of the breast, and we will go all the way around the neck and back down, and take that number, add that number to this number. So this is the 15 inches. So add that number with the 15 inches and then divide that by 2. And if you want to make the straps just a little bit longer, then you can. You can always add a few extra inches of chains. So just go ahead and make those chains. And then, let's see, we could attach and then chain 1 and turn, and then work back into those chains with slip stitches, and then it will be finished. Okay, so what I end up doing is I did my measurements, and they were very, very close to my bust measurement around my bra line. So I went ahead and I chained 110, but I did chain them looser than I did these side pieces, just so it would be easier to slip stitch into. And I'm going to show you how to attach it to the top. So I'm just going to turn this. We're going to attach to this one. So I'm just going to turn it. And I have my chains here. I'm going to go into that chain one. Let's see here. Is that? Hold on, this side's different. That's how I did the other side. I'm going to have to turn it. I have to turn it this way, I believe. Let's see. How am I going to do this the easiest way? Or no, maybe it was. Yeah, maybe it was turn it to the side. Oh, okay. That's right. So here's that chain one. So I'm just going to go into it like this. There we go. And then slip stitch. And I'm going to chain one. And then I'm going to turn. So I'm looking at the back bumps. And then I'm just going to go into that back bump. That very first one's a little hard because I'm twisting around. There we go. And then I'm just going to go into the back bump of each chain. And slip stitch. And that's it. And this looks beautiful. I'm going to show you all in just a minute. I'll be able to show you the full thing. I'm going to lay it on my wooden floor so you all can get a really good look at what this looks like so far as the finished product. And that's all you have to do. And then you would also have to weave in your yarn ends and hide your yarn ends. And you definitely want to do that on the inside of your work. That's all you have to do. And if you want this like the original pattern, if you haven't watched the A cup and B cup, it just shows just making the chains and attaching them to have like the string bikini look. But if you want it like this, then this is going to turn out great. It really, really is. So just finish doing that, and I will meet you back in a few minutes and show you all what the finished product looks like. Here it is, guys. There it is. It's finished. Look how beautiful that is. Wow, this actually turned out way better than I thought. Like, wow. That is just gorgeous. Look at that. Tutorials.